Howdy y'all, it's Anna with Always Write, and in today's writing vlog, I'm gonna be writing for 12 hours straight. I have a little timesheet that breaks down my day into 30-minute segments, and then I have a column for words, caffeine, and then mood. I based this, as well as the idea for the most part, off of a Kate Kavanaugh video I saw where she wrote for 24 hours straight. I can't do that because it's a Sunday, I have work tomorrow, and I have a board meeting I have to really cram for tomorrow. So I can't really do a 24-hour write-in, but I can do a 12-hour write-in. Just a real quick little side note, back up your book right now. Do it. You might thank me, or you might just be like, I just wasted 5 minutes of my day. Or, you just saved yourself like 10,000 words, because that's why I'm doing it. I have officially written 10,000 words towards my book in the last 2-ish weeks. But 2 weeks ago, I was really struggling with chapter 14, and now I am about 300 words into chapter 19. So I would like to think I did pretty well for myself. I'm gonna back up my book real quick and then we'll get started with the writing. So how I'm saving my backups is I have an entire folder that's just like my book title, drafts. And then when you go into it, it has rough draft 1. And then in the rough draft 1 folder, because this is my first draft, I have the title of my book, and then the day that I copied it over, so I can easily keep track of like what's the newest, and that way I'm able to save multiple files just as like extra backup. But that's how I save my files, if you were ever wondering. And that is saved. So it is 10:05 right now. I have backed up my book, which is kind of one of my main things that I wanted to do today. I will back it up next week if I don't get a lot done today. My goal for today, honestly, is to get another 2 or 3 chapters in. I'm really trying and running to get to that midpoint in my book, because I have the midpoint mapped out, and then from the midpoint through the rest of Act 2, it's just kind of smooth sailing, just constant conflict. But my character actually gets to kind of grow a backbone. So I'm gonna start writing, and I'm gonna do a 12-minute word sprint, and I'll be back. I finished my 12-minute word sprint, and then I just kind of typed at my computer for another 4 minutes. It's now 10:28, so I'm going to write down how many words I've added. And as of right now, I have added 280, which is not great, but considering that's in 15 minutes, it's not terrible either. It's not my usual 25 words a minute. I'm gonna mark down I had a caffeine. Mood is probably a 7. I was able to outline my next chapter and give this chapter a little more oomph, a little more purpose. So I'm not just writing fluff and filler. So, okay, so it's now 10:42. I will say my cappuccino is worth it, so cheers to that. I also let my dog out. She is staring at me, wanting me to go out and play ball with her. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. I have only added 280 words, and I've added another caffeine, which is pretty normal for me. I don't know how many words I'm gonna get in the next 15 minutes, especially the way my dog is eyeing me going, just be out here with me, you love me. So I might take my computer outside and write. Actually, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Based on those puppy dog eyes, I'm gonna have to go outside to write. So. Oh my God, do y'all wanna see something really creepy? And it's definitely like a West Texas thing, and I don't like it that it's a West Texas thing. I wish it wasn't a thing. I'm gonna show you. Oh, it's still alive, it's barely alive. Please don't come to life, I'll scream. That's called a tarantula hawk. They're angry and they're giant. And oh my God, they hurt if they sting you. They hurt if they sting you. So we're gonna go inside, because it's a lot more active than it was. The thing is huge. I will say I was doing really well on word count outside until I just heard her pawing at something. like the ground because I could hear nails against my flagstone outside. And I was like, what do you have? I look over and I just see like a bug. I didn't even know it was a tarantula hawk at the time. And I was like, that's not good. Yeah, you found a buddy, didn't you? And so that's when I was like, we're going inside, because she is still young enough that she would try to play with it and get really hurt by it. So I have I'm just glad it didn't land in my coffee. I had some flower buds, you know, from one of my crepe myrtles land in my coffee, and I was like, oh, that's really pretty because I can just pick it out because it's like foam, you know? I don't want. We're good. We're gonna call it good outside. No more outside time today. When I know it's dead later today, I'll take one of my rulers outside so you can actually see how big that thing is. It was still twitching. I just looked outside and it was still not happy. For the next 30 minutes, I should be able to hammer out and hit the 700 word mark pretty easily. Hera is in her crate. She is taking a nappy new. That way I don't have any distractions or any reason to get up at all. So this next 30 minutes, officially 11. Next 30 minutes should be a breeze. So let's get into it. I am now at the 761 word mark. It is 11:17, so I was able to hammer out the same amount of words I did in the last hour in 15 minutes, which is about what I normally do. It normally only takes me about 30 minutes to achieve my 700 word goal. But the reason I'm breaking in right now is I'm actually going to go grab some donuts. That way I can have kind of a snack tonight if I want, and something to snack on throughout the day that's not really healthy for me, but you know, you live a little. I really like going to my local donut store like a little after 11, because at that point they just kind of assume they're not really gonna sell all their donuts they have left, and so I usually end up with about 2 or 3 bags of free donuts. It took me 20 minutes to go get the donuts, take the extra donuts to my parents, and then come back here. I'm gonna start updating you more in like hour-long intervals and kind of talking about any problems I may run into writing for 12 hours, writing for full 12 hours, whatever. It is now 12:31 and I am at 1,749 words. From 12 to 12:30, I went from 1,061 all the way up to 1,749. I really started hitting my stride on this. I just kind of broke from a scene and I was like, I need to check the time, because I haven't been checking the time this entire time I've been writing like this furious pace. And I saw it was like 12:28 and I was like, oh crap, okay, well I guess I need to just kind of ease up a little. So very satisfied with where my book is right now. I'm afraid this book is going to be longer than the 95,000 words I was aiming for it. So I was planning originally on my midpoint occurring around chapter 24, which I think it still will happen around that time frame. However, I have in here that it should start around the 46,000 word mark. I don't think that's gonna happen. No, I'm seeing it closer to like the 50,000 word mark or like the 49,000 word mark. I don't think my midpoint is actually gonna be at the 46,000. I know for a fact that some of my earlier chapters, I can thin them out. I can move some of the stuff a little more to the second act of the book, so it's a little kind of world building, explaining. But I have given a title to my chapter 19, which is Running Late, which is very boring, but whatever. I'm now 2,066 words into this chapter, which is really good for me, and I'm almost done with this chapter. I think this chapter is going to be around 2,800 to 3,000 words, just an estimate. It's a really cool option that Scrivener can do, where if you click, then it shows like how long the chapter will take to read, how long your average sentence is, how long your average paragraph is. I just think it's really cool. But I think that's really interesting. So I spent like 5 minutes just going through all my chapters and seeing how long they are, and I'm happy. I was really afraid. I was like, man, I'm gonna have a chapter that's like 4 minutes to read, and I was like, ooh, no. Because personally, I like chapters that I can read in about 7 to 10 minutes for the bigger ones. But I like my chapters to be on the shorter end. I don't like spending 30 minutes reading a chapter because I feel like a lot of that's kind of unnecessary. But that's my personal preference on books. So, done pretty well this writing sprint, which was like basically the last, it's basically a 20-minute writing sprint where I got 700 words because I've been messing around on the computer doing this, that, the other. But it has been in total silence. It has been without any food distractions, without any phone distractions, just straight up word vomit on the page. And I've actually like gone through and minor edited. I'm not going through and editing as I write, but I kind of read something and I was like, oh, this would make more sense if this part was above it. So I, just did minor things. But anyway, I'm officially 2.5 hours in. Granted, I was really distracted for the first portion. So I'm still on track to hit about 5K words. I also just broke through, boom, 40,000 words. I'm so excited. That's huge for me. Also, yeah, it looks, there we go. That's huge for me. That's so big for me. I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's coming together. And now I need to get back on it. I was like, maybe I can hit the midpoint today. No, not gonna happen because I still have 3 or 4 chapters, like I said, that I need to write before the midpoint happens. So, ugh. Okay, here is that tarantula hawk. It's dead. It's finally dead. I'm gonna put my finger. I moved. Oh, I don't want to put my finger by it. Okay, here's a golf ball compared to it. Go golf ball. That's a golf ball compared to it. Yeah, it's terrifying. I don't like tarantula hawks at all. Oh, he's still moving a little. Jesus. So I am officially 2,380 words in, and I think it has been 3.5 hours of writing. That includes me taking my dog out a lot and getting breakfast, eating breakfast, that kind of stuff. So I officially have finished chapter 19. I'm going to be starting on chapter 20 now. I've been doing research for like the last 4 or 5 minutes on where I could set it. I was trying to find like somewhere where they could meet up that wouldn't be kind of sketchy, and I didn't want it to be in like a residential park because my book is set in a real town and it's a town that I know, and I just could not figure out a place. Well, that town has an old abandoned water park, and I was like, oh shit. I can have them like meet these sketchy people in this old abandoned water park. Like, done, boom, beautiful. So that's what I'm gonna do. And this next chapter is actually gonna be a lot of fun to write. As of right now, I am 41,109 words into my story. I am 5,000 words away from where I originally thought my midpoint would be. It's not gonna be there, I can already tell you that. I don't know if I'm going to get closer to the midpoint. I know chapter 20 is going to be kind of chunky. Chapter 21 isn't going to be bad. Like, I'm going to do a pretty big time jump, like a week or 2 between chapter 20 and chapter 21, and just kind of sum it up, with like a paragraph or 2 and be like, oh, all this stuff happened. Woo. Just so I can try to get closer to that midpoint goal. I think the midpoint might be moved up a chapter or 2. It is officially 2:02, and I am at 2,600 words basically, and I'm excited. I'm kind of setting a little writing sprint in the fact that I just put some chicken nuggets in the oven, so when they're done, I have to put this away for another like 15-20 minutes while I eat. So this day hasn't been solid writing, but once I'm through with my little side activities, I go straight back to writing. Oh. Yes, I did get the dinosaur chicken nuggets, of course. While I'm eating, I've decided I'm going to charge my computer, just let it rest. Because originally I was like, oh, I'll just watch, like an Alexa done video on it or something. I'm gonna let it rest so that I can use it for the rest of the day. I just beat the crap out of my main character? Whoopsies. My bad. Is this my new midpoint? Crap. I think this is my midpoint for my book. But I have so much left for the second part of Act 2. I feel like the beginning, because this is only 16,000 words into Act 2 for me. And that would make my second act way too small. This is my midpoint. Oh my God, I don't know. I really don't know. Whoops. No, that much is a big whoops. But it is 3 something. I don't know where my phone is. It's 3 something. Let me see. It's 3:03 right now. And I am at 3,434 words today for adding new words. That puts my new total at 42,163. Yeah, this is not how I had outlined this chapter to go. This chapter is literally like, she talks to someone. It's not, she gets the ever-living crap beat out of her. I am not rearranging my chapters. I'm going to leave this chapter where it is. I'm going to maintain my previous kind of goal, outline, original midpoint. This just spices up the book in a time where it was getting a little bland. Because even I was kind of like, man, this is kind of mundane sounding. I need something spicy. So this is going to be my spicy chapter. I try to have a really exciting or really fun chapter every 3 or 4 chapters, and then I have a little downtime, and then I have building tension, and then I have a really dramatic chapter. And this just happens to be my really dramatic chapter before the midpoint. So remember, guys, if you are kind of a pantser or a plantser, or even a planner, this probably still happens to people that just outline like crazy. It's okay. Just keep writing. That's what I gotta tell myself is it's okay. Keep writing. I like where the scene went. I like this scene. It's a first draft. Let it go. Let it be. Let's move on with it. It's 4:31. I'm tired. I've taken Hera out so many times. She loves it. She is absolutely loving it. She's like, yay! The only thing is that when we get back in, I put her right back in her crate. She eats a little, drinks a little, and then she goes in her crate. I'm just like, stay there. Mama's working on this. I don't need to worry about you too. She's still not quite used to living at my house. But anyway, I am 4,714 words in today. And it's been about 6 hours now-ish. And I'm just I'm tired. My back hurts. I mean, this is not a great writing chair. But this is over twice what I normally write in one day. For the most part, I have done 2 full chapters. And they're lengthy chapters. They're not like my little heartfelt light chapters. They're heavy chapters. So I'm now on chapter 21 of my book. And it's looking like my true midpoint is going to be around 23 or 24, which was my estimate. So yay for that. Yeah, I'm doing a major time jump, which is the first time in this book. So I've been trying to stay like really kind of close, tight events, where none of them are ever like more than 5 or 6 days from the previous chapter. And in this chapter, I'm just kind of summarizing a week of just kind of bleh content so that I can get to the juicy part. That way I can get much, much, much closer to my midpoint, because that's still my goal for the day. I am at 43,443 words for today, or for my entire book out of 95,000. And I've kind of estimated that my midpoint is going to be in the 45 to 48,000 word mark. And I'm excited. Well, I guess it's a lot closer to like 46, 47,000 than 45, because I still have 2 full chapters before I even get close to playing with the midpoint. Actually, I have 3. So I have 3 full chapters before I get to the book midpoint. So yay! So it will be pretty darn close to that 49,000 word mark. So that's not bad at all. I'm happy with it. I'll take it. Also, I've written over 10% of my book today alone, which is insane to me. Absolutely crazy to think that I've written over, I think it's closer to like 11% of my book in this one day sitting. Would I do this again? Probably not. I think I would dedicate 6 hours to writing, but 12 is pushing it. I really have no idea how Kate Kavanaugh and everyone else that does like 24-hour writing stints. My God, it's a 6,000 word day and it's only 6:30. Now, the time is 6:30. 6:30. Let me see. Yay, 6:30. This last stint of 30 minutes has been really good. I went out and watered my plants between like 5 and 6, and that's about a 40-minute process itself. During that time period, I was able to get 1,100 words, which isn't great for an hour and a half, but I did 700 words in the last 30 minutes. I know I had said that I would try different writing styles. I think during this really weird day where I'm just writing straight for 12 hours, I'm not gonna do that. However, I am very happy with my 156 words that I've written so far. I have another, I think it's 3.5 hours left of writing to achieve my official goal of writing for 12 hours today. I'm excited. I will not be hitting my midpoint today. I do expect, however, to hit my midpoint this week. And I'm gonna be over the moon because from the midpoint on, it's pretty smooth sailing. I have pretty much that entire section plotted out. It's just been trying to build up events, build up content, build up pages, leading to the midpoint. Okay, let's see how much more I can get down in the next hour. I'm probably gonna start my lasagna now because it takes, I think, almost an hour to cook, and I want to eat it before 8 o'clock, believe it or not. So it's been a long day. It's 8:19. I have another hour and 40 minutes of writing. I'm currently 7,113 words done today. Now I have 45,842 words written. I wasn't able to get a lot done in the last 2 writing sprints. I think I got 900 across both of them, which isn't terrible, but it's not outstanding like I'm used to. That's because I had dinner. My food got ready at about 7:45 and I watched an episode of a show, so that was like 30 minutes gone. And so now that's why, hour and 40 minutes left. We got this. Also, Hera's just being a little goober. There she is. Hi, baby. Oh, please, mama. I put her outside because I was like, oh, she'll go by herself. Nope, she is a baby. She wants mama. Okay, so I'm gonna take her outside and I'm gonna write while she's outside sniffing and doing dog things. Oh my God, I wanna cry. It's 10:01 p.m. if you could not tell. Yeah, that should be light if it was a.m. Oh my God, I'm done. Oh my God. And the worst part is that I want to keep writing because I am literally 2 chapters before my midpoint. Yes, I'm going to have to trim the ever-living everything out of my book before I send it off to get that halfway midpoint mark under 47 because your girl wrote 9,519 words in this 10-hour frame. I'm so happy. Let's do a little recap. When I started writing this, I had just finished chapter 18. I had just finished writing it. It's a very small 1,900 word chapter. I started and I completed chapter 19, chapter 20, chapter 21, chapter 22, and I completely mapped out chapter 23. And if I'm being quite honest with you, I'm probably gonna finish chapter 23 tonight before I go to bed. Mainly because it's a really interesting chapter and I don't want to forget what I want to put in it. I did not sit at my computer for 12 full hours and write. Here's my list. Let me go through the list with you. I didn't realize I took my dog out so much. But at the beginning, I started really slow because I was eating breakfast. I was just enjoying life. I kind of had like a mood column because that's what Kate Kavanaugh had, but I kind of got bored with it and I just kind of rated my performance on writing off of it instead. But yeah, I didn't realize how much I took my dog outside until I actually wrote it down on a piece of paper and looked at it and went, I finished at 9,519 words done for today. I'll do a little shot so you can see and like verify that it's true. That puts me at 48,248 words. That's insane to me. Absolutely insane. So let me do some quick math, aka let me ask Siri.
9,519 divided by 48,248 is about 0.1972.
That means in this one day alone, I have written 19.72% of my existing words on this document. Friendly reminder again, not so friendly reminder, do it. Go make a copy of your document right now. If you've made it this far, go do it. Oh my God. So this actually puts me, I think, 500-ish words away from my entire June goal. Spoilers, it's June 14th. So not even halfway through June, I've already reached my 20,000 word goal. There you go. That's the proof. Boom. Will I do this again? No. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed this, and honestly, this has been really eye-opening. So I kind of did quick math, not reliable math, but like estimates. And I spent 4 hours not writing in this 12-hour time frame. That includes all the times I took my dog out, which is a lot. It's excessive. My lunch, my breakfast, my dinner, my cappuccinos, my getting drinks. And that came out to basically 4 hours. Basically, I'm kind of giving and taking. So out of the 8 hours that I spent working on my book, I produced about 39 minutes and 20 seconds of reading time from 8 hours. And that's just really interesting, at least to me, to see what I have actually added to this book. Because I read a lot of audiobooks, and so hearing that my day added an entire 40 minutes, basically 39 and a half minutes to an audiobook is crazy. Should you do this? Are you single? Do you live alone? Do you not have any other dependents? Do you think you could actually sit here and do this and not get really depressed or really bogged down? Sure. If you are new to writing or you're trying to hammer through a book that you have and you can't figure out a writing schedule for you, don't do this. You will hate yourself. Please don't. I mean this in the nicest way. Here you go. Here's the rolling credits of my timesheet. Also, the mood didn't work because I just got really tired of it. I got really tired of writing it down because I was like, I don't know, I'm taking my dog out every 40 minutes. What do you mean? I can't account for my mood. But thank you all so much for watching. This has been an exhausting vlog. Like I said, I won't be doing this again. And I also will not be pursuing a 24-hour vlog, mainly because I don't want to make my little editing self just hate my writing self and not enjoy the process. Did I enjoy writing aggressively nonstop for 12 hours? Kind of, yeah. When I got tired of writing, I would just take my dog outside, like if I'm being honest with you. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please click that like button. It really helps. And if you haven't subscribed already, I mean, why not? If you lasted this long. But I hope y'all have a good one, and let's get writing. Oh God, probably not a good thing to say at the end of a 12-hour writing vlog. But the worst part is that the dumb part is that I'm gonna keep writing after this vlog ends because I hate myself. Also, I don't think I can fit this many stars in my planner. Dang it. What am I gonna do with my planner? Just do like a star and then times like 12 or whatever? Oh, it's not a bad problem to have, but it's not a fun one. Okay, bye.